All right, all right, all right. We are back once again with the ill behavior. This is the Ill Bill, and welcome to the Chill with Bill show. So, as I'm sure most of y'all have heard, Andrew and Tristan Tate have been released after, I think it's been about 90 days of being incarcerated with no charges, nothing filed, no proof, no evidence, strictly on the word of what we now know are some straight bumbling, lying buffoons. And one, congratulations on these two. I'm going to be completely honest. I did not think they were getting out. Not because I thought they did it, but because they have been in for so long. So much has happened to them as far as all of their crap being confiscated, their money, their cars, their houses, you know what I mean? All of their stuff, right? Like, I can't wait to hear Andrew and or Tristan talk about how effed up all of this is. Because I know that all their crap, all of their they're like their stuff, their cars, everything has just been demolished and completely jacked up. And like, oh, I'm so glad these guys are out. You know, I don't know if they did anything or not. You can watch all the evidence and you can make up a decision for yourself, or whatever evidence, is on YouTube. You can make up the decision for yourself and we'll see what happens in the future. But what I know for a fact is BS, is how this was handled. And the fact that they have been detained this entire time with no charges, nothing showing any guilt, no nothing. This is not due process, in my opinion. And the big issue that I have is on the public, right? We see all these people that have labeled them guilty with no evidence, nothing at all, no evidence, not even charges, right? Just the word of mouth. Somebody said something and then a news article comes out also lying. Vice's documentary, which was all BS, and now we see retractions and by the documentary's makers that no longer work for Vice, I believe. This whole thing is just crazy. And again, I don't know if they did anything wrong or not. I'm not a judge. I'm not the police, the law, none of that. But what I know is that what has happened to them has been unjust. Just plain and simple. It wouldn't fly here in the States. I don't know why it can fly in another country. I don't know. The laws, the way that they are over there, it doesn't even make sense. It seems like just a tool to be corrupt. That's what it seems like. A system, that makes up rules that benefit only the system, right? Like, is it innocent until proven guilty? Apparently not over there. Excuse me. Anyways, we gonna watch a reaction to this kid. I love him. Sonny Faz. I think that's how you say his name. Excuse me. I used to watch his videos. Him and his mom did reaction videos on a lot of stuff that Andrew Tate was saying. It was hilarious. His mom's awesome. And I love him. His comedy is good. But this kid decided to go out and talk to people about the Tates getting out. And you know these street interviews about to be wild, boy. So without further ado, Sonny Faz, let's get into his stuff.
After 3 months of being locked up in Romania, Andrew Tate finally got released from prison. So we're here in beautiful Miami to ask the common person what they think about Andrew Tate being back. So I'm sure you guys heard Andrew Tate got freed from prison today. What are your thoughts?
I mean, he should probably go back.
Why should he go back?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Everybody's guess is as good as mine.
What's your guess?
I mean, he's a piece of
What is he?
I'm sorry. Like, it's so, do these people not understand what they're saying? Like, you're calling this man, I'm sorry, we're going to see so much of this, so I'm not going to keep boiling down every one of these people that keep saying this stuff. But where has our system of government gone? That people feel that not only that it's okay, but that they're completely justified in making up reasons for people to be locked away in prison, saying they should be unalived and like all these things just because you've heard like where in the world what happened that these people feel comfortable in saying this stuff about anybody? The Tates have just gotten out. That means they don't have a case. That means this stuff is bull. Like you, how can they not turn around and be like, okay, obviously there wasn't enough this or that, like, I mean, just because somebody says something doesn't make it true, right? Facts over feelings, but man, it's crazy. Let's keep going.
He done that you don't like?
Everything.
Like, can you name something?
Misogynist, puts down women. He
What do you think misogyny is? Like, I'm curious.
that men are better than women. That's what yeah.
Are men better than women when we have to go to war and when, we're on a ship and it's sinking, the men have to stay and die on the ship and the women get to leave?
Is this like
I feel for
1812?
you. I feel for you.
That's still, if we go to war, we're...
See, so disingenuous are these. What is this, 1812? Like, what these women don't realize is that literally everything in the world was made by men for women. For women. Like, men die for women every single day. Okay? The reason why y'all are able to exist in the comfy coziness of your existence is because of men, right? Like, these women don't think about this stuff, right? And I'm gonna say, all I can say is like, what's the relationship with the fathers like? You know what I mean? That you can so brazenly just speak about men, like they are so far beneath you when you couldn't even function without a man in society. I can say that for a fact right here. I'm not talking bad. I'm not trying to be a D-bag or anything, but I'm telling you right now, these two girls right now, you drop them off in the middle of nowhere for a month, you would never see them again. I'm just saying.
We're still going.
It must be so rough.
Delete this footage.
All right, have a good one, guys.
I really don't know who that
I
is.
actually I don't really have an opinion. I don't know. I don't even know why he got arrested, like, if I'm being fully honest.
It's all good. At least you're pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Andrew Tate got released from prison today. So what are your thoughts?
He should go back to prison.
You don't like him?
He's a sex trafficker.
Accused, but there was no proof.
Sex trafficker.
Listen to the way that she he's a sex you know nothing. You know literally nothing. You don't have any proof, any evidence. You don't know the girls involved. You don't know him. You don't know any facts. You don't know any evidence. You don't know any lawyers. You don't know anything. And you have no problem sitting here and making bold statements about what a person is with a straight ass face. Crazy.
All right.
If there's no proof, there's no proof though.
We're talking about.
All right.
Groupthink.
Damn,
She's
bro,
like,
they
"Oh, my
get so
friend
rattled and they don't know why. There's no proof. You think that these people would at least want some evidence to back their claims, but they're so brainwashed by the media. Words pop up on their phone and that's their thoughts. People don't have original thoughts anymore.
It's real talk. If a woman could be like, here, yeah, no, I think that he is this, and here's the reason why. Because this is what he said, this is what he did, and here's the proof to that, and this is what, but you know what I mean? Show some evidence, or even just like some things to back up why it is that you feel the way that you feel. But they can't even. How does a man who's never spoken to that woman, never once in her life has he said a single word to her? I promise she hasn't heard more than a couple of sentences from a recording on a podcast that he made. How does a man affect her so much that she's willing to say that? It's because he goes against the narrative of what she's been taught her entire life. And you know what? In 20 more years, she gonna feel that wall. She gonna feel
Your
it.
phone says something, and that's your brain now. It's crazy. Funny coincidence. We just ran into Leia Halprin's parents. So, what are your thoughts on Andrew Tate getting released from prison today?
I think it's about time. The guy was there and he shouldn't have been there, and some awful women have probably put him there and said some nasty things about him.
No, I totally agree. I mean, what was it all about? You know, he was put into prison. There wasn't a trial. I think, in my logic, you go to prison once you're convicted of something, but he wasn't convicted of anything. So, you know what? Out. Fantastic.
What are your thoughts?
He should go back.
Yeah, you guys don't like him? No. Why not?
Because he's just, it's, yeah.
Do you know why you don't like him?
Because he's,
I think it happened much sooner
Brain
than
dead.
I was expecting. I'm glad that the judge did the right thing. What I want everybody watching this video to do, shout out to you for moving with speed. You're actually following Tate's advice. Speed, speed, speed. Remember everybody who was celebrating. Remember everybody who was lying. Remember everybody who was insisting that they are guilty, that they are terrible people. And just pay attention moving forward and see how they react. See how they try to shift their narrative. See if they start to pretend to be on the Tate side. I think these past 3 months was a pivotal time to pay attention, 4 months, to pay attention to the influencers who stood by, like you, and like a lot of the people in our circle every single day saying free Top G, doing these podcasts.
Thank you so much, Nico. I really appreciate it. I'm sure you've heard, but Andrew Tate got released from prison today. What are your thoughts?
Fantastic, bro. We've all been waiting for this, and I think it's like one of the most tremendous things.
What's one of your favorite messages that Andrew Tate's taught you?
How he says that only nerds have Teslas, and that Top G is the type of guy, if he sees you and your bitch in a Tesla, he'll grab you by the neck and rip you out the fucking Tesla in front of your bitch. I truly respect
This may be true. I don't recall hearing Andrew say that, but I haven't watched everything that he said, right? This is possibly he may say that. I think this guy, like, hey man, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I think he's kind of the reason why he's like not necessarily 100% like one of those guys that they try to use to paint the picture of why Andrew's bad, but he's definitely showing that aspect, right? Taking like something that Andrew may have said, you know what I mean, and say that he said for flair, for persona, for effect, you know, to relay a message, right? He's taking that snippet and that's what he runs with as like the talking points and what he bases his like thoughts about, not just Andrew, but now masculinity and this, that, and the other. Whereas Andrew has said a bunch of stuff, and I know he's probably going to talk about it, but he said a bunch of things about being overweight, you know, not being in shape, not being mentally fit, you know what I'm saying? Like all being in tune with yourself, you know what I mean? Going out and making your bread. Like there's a million positive things that this guy could have regurgitated, but instead he goes to talking, which, I mean, it may be true, but I'm just only because, you know, Andrew drives Bugattis and stuff, so he's a muscle car. He's an engine man, so it makes sense that he would talk about, you know, pulling a guy out of a Tesla and beating him, right? But I assume, you know, that is a statement. If he said it, I assume that is a statement he made for comic effect, because that's what he does. If you're a grown-ass man and you listen to Andrew Tate talk, you know what I mean? It's easy to pick out the words of wisdom and the comedy, you know what I mean, and decipher that. It's super easy, but there are some people that take the comedy and that's what they run with. Anyway, let's keep it going.
Top G, even though I'm in the disgusting category because I'm a fat fuck, I hope I could curse. Yo, truth is, all these women in society have whores for leaders. They have people like Kim Kardashian who are fucking thoughts, making sex tapes for fame. And then when a guy has a man who's masculine that leads him to something prosperous, that teaches him how to hustle and grind and be a man, we get shunned, bro. You get people like Tristan and Andrew who get put in jail. But reality is, man, like all these women are led by thoughts. But a man can't have a masculine figure nowadays. It's crazy.
You're beautiful.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong at all, man. You know, I talk about this stuff all the time. Like the little girls nowadays, you know what I mean? Their role models are Kim Kardashian, Nicki, you know what I mean? Just this whole WAP culture, you know what I'm saying? Meg Thee Stallion, she just threw out a picture of a Houston's game, man. She's wearing painted on pants, shaking her ass in front of 40,000 fans. Many of them are kids, you know, little girls and little boys, right? and this is what is promoted. Degeneracy is promoted in society, right? And it's only getting worse and worse and worse. And that degeneracy makes our young ladies believe that that's the way that they should live, and it just ultimately just it's a huge destructor of current society and morals, right? But let's keep it popping.
You must like him.
I have no idea. Andrew Tate is balding, right?
No, he's not.
Don't ever use that video. I'm tipsy.
It's all good. But
Yeah,
what do you think of Andrew Tate? Do you like him or not?
I don't like him. I think he's sex trafficking a bunch of women to make money off himself.
There's no proof of that, though.
But he's balding, right? Like, this is, how do you know this stuff? How do you know what? You don't know anything. Like, you've never read a newspaper article in your life. So everything coming out, all your information is coming off of TikTok, right? But the thing is I've listened to the lawyers, I've listened to the interviews with Patrick Bet-David, and valuetainment stuff, right? I've seen the paperwork, I've been watching all the little clippets that have been coming out. You gotta take all that stuff with a grain of salt, man. And then watching the Fresh and Fit broadcasts on the videos and CCC TV, just this little stuff. And it's like I can you put all this together and you can easily make an assessment. What I can say for sure is that he's not as crazy as these girls make it out to seem. Look, by law standards, is it possible that if you follow the law to the T, in a weird interpretation, that some of the things he has done could potentially be considered something illegal? I don't want to say any particulars because we're just at this point, you're just like mixing up the salad. You know what I'm saying? Like, the one thing that I wasn't sure about. Okay. So he stated in his, I think it was the Pimp's player book or whatever. I can't remember the interview. You know what I mean? But he stated something to the effect of, these girls, they don't really know nothing about money or about the laws. You tell them that, you got to pay the tax, and you pay them X amount, and you say this is for the tax, and then you don't pay the tax, or the tax is less. Okay, that I've said from the beginning, that's fraud. Period. No matter how you slice it. You know what I mean? If you're saying that you're paying somebody X amount of dollars based on whatever the contract is, be it a wage, be it this, be it that, as an employer, if you are withdrawing taxes for that and you're stating these are taxes, you got to be paying taxes. If I were to do that, that would be completely illegal. If I'm giving somebody a paycheck and I'm saying you're paying X amount of your paycheck is going to taxes, I'm pocketing 3/4 of it because that ain't the real tax, yo. That's fraud, man. So that was my only issue about everything that I've heard about these guys, right? All the rest is so circumstantial, and then you start adding on these like video interviews or the WhatsApp messages or the CCTV or whatever, and you're like, yo, most of these girls, they're cap. Like, whatever they're saying is total cap. But when you listen to the things that Andrew said, if that's what he's doing, what he said, if it's not just a persona or whatever, but if that's what he's doing, in that case, I was like, okay, that's probably fraud, and maybe they could get him on something like that. But sex trafficking, where's the proof? Where's the evidence? All I've seen is a lot of evidence of people lying about it. So I have yet to see anything that leads me to believe that these guys were doing anything remotely like that. And again, why would they need to? When you make millions and millions of dollars, you don't need to pimp women. You don't need to lock them in a cell and throw away the key, right? You can just exist and they will come to you. Again, a multimillionaire has this, like these guys, especially the multimillionaires who are buff, who have status, right? And who are manly. Okay, these guys have the same sexual market pull as any female who's a 10. Okay, a Miami 10, the pull that she has, sexual market, these guys have that. Okay, be it in Miami, Bucharest, Romania, freaking Dubai, it doesn't matter. They have it.
There's no proof. I thought
it was all accusations. He just got released today because they didn't have anything.
Andrew Tate fan.
I like Andrew Tate, yeah.
Like him? Why did you like him?
He spreads a really positive message for young men.
Positive message for young men.
Discipline, a strong body, a strong mind. His business advice is really good. He actually teaches you how to treat women very well. Do I seem like a rude guy in any way? Like I would do anything bad?
You don't. don't seem like a rude guy, but the fact that you like Andrew Tate is giving a red flag.
No, what's giving a red flag is how brain dead you are. He just told you that they were released. There was no evidence. There was no this. There was no that, right? So instead of you going, oh, really? Well, maybe I should reinvestigate this and you know, I don't even care if you change your mind. You don't need to change your mind, but you at least have to acknowledge, okay, maybe I don't have all the facts, but you can't even do that. You just automatically go to shaming him, right? Shame, sign language, right? You automatically go to shaming. Oh, you're an Andrew Tate plant. You're giving off red flag. Red flag, like, sweetheart, if Andrew Tate even gave you a fraction of the time of day, you would be melting all over him like ice cream. Stop capping, yo. If him or Tristan pulled up to you, there would be no way you could turn down that much pressure. Okay? Like I think it's so funny that she can, and people like this can talk all this, but if they actually gave her the time of day, she would be all over these guys.
Is it a red flag to like pay for everything and think it's my duty to protect and provide for the girl that I'm with?
I feel like if you really care for someone, that should be a given. That shouldn't be something like you.
But that's kind of it. That's his whole message.
Something. No, his whole message is like profiting off of women. Andrew Tate is making money off of like a bunch of young dudes who believe in him.
Well,
Andrew Tate is using you guys. Don't believe in him. He's making your life more. You seem like a nice guy. You seem like your mom is proud of you. Like, I don't think you should follow him.
Yeah.
Wow, the tremendous sign language. Like, you seem like a nice guy. You seem like your mom is proud of you. I don't think you should follow. You're like 22 years old, and you look arguably brain dead. Who are you to mock Sonny? I don't understand.
I mean, I don't follow the part about him doing OnlyFans management, but his message other than that is generally pretty positive.
I feel like you should be confident in yourself, and you should treat like someone however you like, want to treat them. When you're like really like a girl, you should treat them like you want to treat them.
I'll treat you right, don't worry. Thank you, my love. It was great. What was your name?
See, look at that. All that. A couple of compliments, red flag or not, man. Sonny, you the man. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. All that crap she was talking, out the window. Out the window.
I'm sure you heard today Andrew Tate got freed from prison. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. You scared that people are going to judge you for talking about the top G?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, listen, bro. Fuck society, dog. You know what, dude? Is society wiping your ass? No. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, this is something I tell everybody.
I'm sorry.
You're all good. Dude, this is something I tell people all the time, bro. Like, when people think that their opinion matters about me, I go, let me ask you 2 questions. Number 1, do you pay my bills? Number 2, do you wipe my ass? Obviously, they don't wipe my ass because that's my job, you know? But, like...
So, I'm sure you guys heard, but Andrew Tate got released from prison today. You guys like him?
I love Andrew Tate.
What do you think on Andrew Tate?
Big fan.
I don't have a comment. No comment.
I'm a big fan.
I don't really know him. I
don't know.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, that's true too. I'm gonna run it back.
No. Why do you like him?
Well, I like some of the things that I've seen him say. I really like and I agree with. Some of them I don't, but a lot of them I like what he says. I do.
That's awesome. Yeah, I said that it's a good point that you made because a lot of people don't know him and they just go right to hating him and they don't even know why.
That's weird. I don't know why.
Yeah, you can totally disagree with what he has to say. Like, no, I don't agree with everything he has to say. I'm not trying to manage a bunch of OnlyFans women. Like, I don't want nothing to do with any of that. You know what I mean? Good for him, right? Like, dude goes into the ring and, you know, he's an MMA fighter or whatever. It's never been my thing, right? There's a lot of things that he says about women, some of the jokes he makes that I don't agree with, you know what I mean? But that doesn't make him a bad dude, okay? That doesn't mean that his message isn't overall positive, right? Especially when you're talking about the message on masculinity. You know what I mean? Like that, nobody in the world are you going to agree with 100% of the time. But just because you don't agree with somebody doesn't mean that you should say that they should be locked up with no evidence, okay? That they should be unalived, right? For something some other random person who you don't know and probably also don't agree with said. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense, man. Like, have a brain.
Like, you don't even know this guy and you have such...
And he has some, good things to say. He really does. He has some powerful things to say to men. Some is I push back, but come on, not everyone. You don't agree with everyone.
You can't agree with 100% with anybody. It's always the beautiful women that like him. You know?
Is it?
It is.
There you go. Aw, look at him flirting.
I know. W Riz. You have a final message for Tate?
Andrew, Mr. Andrew, if you see this, I just want you to know that you were jailed unfairly. Even if people have opinions about you, I just think you were jailed unfairly. If no one put forth evidence, you shouldn't be in jail. That's just how the justice system should work. So I'm happy you're free. I hope you're fully expunged, and you're a very handsome man, so I hope you have a good day.
Hit her up, Tough G.
How has your relationships with women been since your Andrew Tate experience?
My relationship with women has actually gotten so much better since I started following him, because I'm just more of a gentleman. I recognize that you never want to be pushy, not even in a sexual way, but like I just invited a girl down to Miami to come spend the night in Airbnb, and she was like, I have work. So I was like, all right, good. Like that's fine. Like I'm not gonna beg her. You don't want, you want to be your own guy. You want to be the big G, and if she wants to come along, that's totally fine. She can come aboard your train. You know, in so many different ways.
I'm so proud of you, Sonny. Keep
Thank
it
you.
up.
You're the best. Maybe we'll get married in another life.
Maybe in another life.
Andrew Tate just got released from prison. What are your thoughts?
I hope he dies.
You hope he dies? Why don't you like him?
Let's be for real right now. Let's
Be for real. Like, why don't you like him?
That's her answer. I hope he dies. Why do you hope he dies? Let's be for real. This is the problem that I have. You don't know this man. You know nothing about this man. You don't even know none of the facts. I guarantee you she knows none of the facts. She knows a couple of clips, couple of buzzwords, heard something some random other girl said or whatever, man. And so he should die because of this. This is a problem in society today. Could you imagine this woman being on a jury? You know these are the same people that end up on jury trials, right? This is the exact same thing. A dude comes in who looks the wrong way and is accused of whatever, murder or this or that or that. She's already made up her mind. Without facts, without evidence, without going through due process, the dude is guilty until proven innocent. This is who's on a jury trial. I hope that, oh man, this is a good idea. So whoever's an engineer, right, you developers out there, develop the software, okay, develop the software for courts, the AI software for courts to screen jury personnel. Right. And so they take their picture or whatever, their little information, and the AI goes on the internet and screens these people to see if they were in any videos or anything. Right. And then when that stuff comes back and then this person comes up who's supposed to be selected for a murder trial, and she says, I think this person should die based off of knowing not nothing. OK, then she can be dismissed, because these people right here are going to be the reason why people end up falsely accused, falsely convicted, and falsely unalived, man. It sucks.
He's a piece of shit.
What has he done?
He's misogynistic as fuck.
What do you think misogyny is?
When men
How do you be misogynistic?
to women and they treat women like objects.
How did he do that?
Have you heard?
Like, is there something he said that you didn't agree with?
There's a bunch of shit he said.
Like, can you name something?
Not right now. You're putting me on the spot. I'm nervous. My heart's beating a little fast right now.
Okay, it's all good. At least you're pretty. Don't worry about it.
Mind if I tell you something really quick? So I actually have a counter argument. No.
She don't want to hear it. So first of all, W Sunny for the, at least you're really pretty, and let her walk off. This dude right here, he's got the red pill rage. We've seen him in the videos a couple times. So let's see what he's about to do. But this is, hey man, you're not gonna get far with women like this. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
No, just give me a second. We heard you. Look, he's actually not a misogynist, but he's teaching his men how to be more masculine. All right, well, listen, we had to hear you, so you're going to hear me. He's not a misogynist, lady, okay? Fuck you too, okay?
Oh, fuck. Oh, L. I'm sorry. My man's got the red pill rage. You can't just be screaming at women in the streets. Fuck you, lady. Listen to me. We listen to you. You're going to listen to me. No. She took time out of her evening to stop by and answer a couple questions that Sonny had, because he's charismatic and, he's a young boy or whatever, and he's kind of, funny with it or whatever. She don't want to talk to you, bro. You already here, let's go back. You, bro. You're the dude. You already said that you're the guy. Tate will call you what, lazy or a piece of whatever. I don't remember what he said, but because he's how much weight, and he's got the red pill rage. Hey guys, don't be this guy. Don't be this guy. Be this guy. Be this guy. He just told you that he invited a girl down to Miami. She said no. He said cool because he's going to be able to take this girl home later. He ain't taking nobody home.
How to be more masculine. All right, well, listen, we had to hear you, so you're going to hear me. He's not a misogynist, lady, okay? Fuck you too, okay?
Oh.
He's not a misogynist, dude.
Oh.
You're a freaking misogynist.
This guy's.
Huh? Oh, she's calling my boy Top G a misogynist, bro. It's not even true.
If you talking shit about Top G, you gotta go back to school, my boy.
Andrew Tate got released from prison today. What are your thoughts? Uh-oh, she's already gone.
Yeah, honestly.
Why? Why don't you like him?
Look.
What the fuck?
You're
No,
like,
she ain't interested, bro. Keep it pushing. I ain't no nigga, bro.
And then he comes in with the Captain Kirk. Keep it pushing, bro. She ain't interested. Dude, you're never gonna get no women behaving like this. You are completely, it's so funny that Sonny did this. I'm glad you did this because that guy right there is the guy. He's the one. He's the one that the women be talking trash about. He's the one the men be talking trash about, man. He's the one. I'm sorry, brother. It sucks.
I'm a man. No, come here. I'm a real nigga, though.
No, come here.
What the fuck is that about, dude?
be careful, brother. They'll fucking shoot you.
Listen, bro, I got
Red
a fucking
pill rage.
AK-47 down my dick right now, dog. I'm ready to shoot blanks. All right, look, bro, I'm sorry, bro. You can cut that out the video.
Just chill out a bit.
No, bro, you don't gotta worry about it, bro.
I know, but I don't want to be
I
like...
got your back, bro. Trust me. Look, nothing's gonna happen. I'm from the streets, bro. I promise you. Like, I know it sounds like stupid, but I'm actually from the streets, bro. Born and raised. I know how to talk to certain people. You gotta talk a certain way. It's a vocabulary, man. Nothing's gonna happen. I give you my word, bro. Right now, I'm gonna shake on it.
What's that, the black cab?
Sonny.
Yeah.
Look at his face. Sonny's face. Oh my God. I can't believe this happened.
So look, bro, there's two types of speech. There's regular speech like, hey, how's it going? But then there's street talk like, yo, you straight? What's up with it, bro? You know, things like that. Like, that's how you speak a certain way. So I know how to... Dude, I've been homeless for so long, bro. I've been in the streets of Los Angeles, New York City, Miami, and the hoods, bro. Trust me, bro. I know when things are good. You're good, bro. I promise.
Thank you, bro.
You're good, man. If anything happens, you can have my camera. For real, look, I'll shake on that too right now.
I'm all good, bro. I don't need your camera.
No, but I'm putting... Just to show you, bro, you're in good hands, bro. I promise you. Nothing's gonna happen.
You like him?
Not really.
No, not
Why don't you like Andrew Tate?
Because of his like toxic masculinity.
Yeah. What is toxic masculinity?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You should probably like figure that out yourself. Like
You're calling him toxically masculine and you don't know.
You like have like a big ego and you treat women poorly, basically.
Oh my gosh. Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? Like man, this girl. This is good job, Sonny. Good job.
Can I show you a video of something that
Did he
Tate said?
get caught for like trafficking or something?
Yeah.
No, it was all accusations. He just got freed today because there was no proof.
Okay.
I don't know him enough to be making, accurate things about whether or not I agree with his shit.
I like that. Yeah.
So I don't want to say anything unless I actually watch his shit, which I
Yeah,
don't.
that's a good point. A lot of these people, they hate him and they don't know why. So I respect.
Like really shitty values. Like he thinks women should be in the kitchen and do all this like misogynistic bullshit. Like that's kind of fucked up. Like we're living in the 21st century. Maybe he needs to like grow up, like look through his eyes and see what the world has become nowadays. Like maybe that's the fucking issue.
Slay. Have you ever watched like a full long form podcast of his or just clips?
I've definitely seen clips, and I think just like some of the things he says makes me not want to watch more. Yeah. Maybe there's more to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because he needs to open his eyes, right? So that he can see. But you are so smart that you can't tell that TikTok only puts out 30-second clips of the shit that makes you triggered. You can't even bother to open up a whole podcast and put an hour or two aside and actually listen to what he says as opposed to just getting a clip. So he needs to open his eyes, but you're good, right? You're good. Okay.
to it, and I'd be open to seeing his perspective. But I feel like some of the things that he's thrown out about himself doesn't make him seem like a positive figure to like represent all males.
A big thing he promotes is women have roles and men have roles. So if the guy is going to be the one providing and doing everything, then his girl should be doing stuff in the house and helping to provide in a different way. So it's not necessarily in a bad way, like get in the kitchen, bitch. But it's like if I'm doing everything, you want to help out too.
Okay, I understand that, and if he wants that, then he could find someone that also like wants that. But I don't think he should like tell other males like this is what you should want, because not all women want that as well. You know, and maybe all men don't want.
What about the women that are constantly pushing a really bad message?
What
all these top.
Like
who are some of them?
You got women like Kim Kardashian who are making sex tapes to go famous in this world. You got a bunch of women. Look, women.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because look, just
right. What does that have to do with anything? Hey, you know, shout out to this guy. He's a big L all the way around as far as this video goes. But in this thing, he's not capping. And the fact that she's gonna sit here and downplay what he's saying means she hasn't put any thought into it. She don't care about the message, right? Like teaching women out there to be thoughts, to not care about their bodies, to not hold any kind of value to themselves, okay, to not be respectable in their own skin, okay, not to be loose with it. These are not good things to be teaching women. Like, they don't lead to a prosperous life, okay? You don't know, this woman right here doesn't know any woman with 300 bodies that has a life that she envies. Like, that doesn't exist, okay? It doesn't, right? And when you talk about, you know, again, singing WAP to 15 and 16-year-old girls, man, like, that's a problem. That's a problem, yo. But these women don't, you know, put any thought to that. She's more concerned about misogyny. She can't define misogyny, but she's concerned about it.
Anything.
Look, just so you're saying that Andrew Tate has these clips about him, what if somebody makes a shitty clip about you right now and then everybody in the world thinks that you're somebody negative because of what you say? The truth.
That's not a bad question. I'm gonna let him finish, but he needs to tone it down. Brother, you got the red pill rage. You can't be yelling. Look at her face right now. You know what I mean? You can't be yelling at women in the street like this, trying to change minds. You're not. If you were to just talk to her and be like, hey, you know, well, imagine if some guys, you know, from a college or whatever, cut up some content that you made, you know what I mean, unaware or aware, cut it up and made it look like you were the, you know, the town whore, or like you said really bad things about white people or whatever. How would that make you feel, knowing that a large population of the world would see these little clips? They wouldn't even bother to care to get to know you any better, and automatically they're going to start calling you names, start saying that you should be dead, and making up allegations about you and these things, right? Like, these women can't even fathom that, you know what I mean? And they're, look, women deal with catty things. Women, especially in the younger years, right, in the teens and in college, women deal with other catty women that do crazy stuff, right? So she should be able to understand it, but it seems like those things don't connect.
Truth is, it's like he says, you have to watch things in full context.
Okay,
look,
did you watch Kim Kardashian's sex tape in full context?
I don't want to watch that. Why would I want to watch that?
That's haram, brother.
Yeah, why
That's haram.
What do you mean? And yeah, if you've paid attention, then you know that Kim Kardashian's sex tape with Ray J was put out by her mother, right? This is all public information and is so bad. Like, so bad. These are not things that people should be looking up to. And you're joking about it. You're yelling out, like, joking about it because you don't want to think about that, right? Nobody wants to hold people accountable for their actions.
Watch a woman having sex with another
Then why would I want to watch Andrew Tate's fucking full podcast?
Because you have to understand that women, all of you, you do have a purpose, just like we have a purpose.
See, this is toxic masculinity. Yes, it is.
Okay, and then you're a toxic feminist. No, oh, so now you're on no.
Came up to me.
I didn't, excuse me, they did. I'm just here with a light, providing PA assistant services.
Okay, thank you for
Look,
that.
the reality is,
It's Fat G.
I know you women, I am Fat G. I know you women would have a life where you want a man to take care of you and give you everything you want. But no, you don't. So you don't want to have to work.
Again, he's yelling at him. He's being aggressive. They're just going to put up these walls, right? Because women band together. But none of these women right here, all 12 of them or whatever are standing here. None of them would be with the dude that they got to support. Like, they just wouldn't. That would last a year, max, a couple months, couple weeks, whatever. None of them would be with the guy with no ambition, with no drive, with no motivation, right? They don't want any of that. And I'm not even sure where they're from. Maybe a lot of these women are Indian. I'm not positive, but I know that in that culture, it's even more so. Even more so, your man's got to be like holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Like they would not choose that guy if he was a dirtbag in the first place. Right now, this, with the red pill rage, he's too aggressive, so he's not going to get any straight answers from him. But all these women, if they sat down on a panel and you were to ask them, do you want a man who's stronger than you? Do you want a man who preferably makes a little more money than you or a lot more? Do you want a man who is willing to provide for you? Do you want a man who, uses his logic and da-da-da-da? Like, all these things are going to say yes. They're going to say yes. None of them are going to say, yeah, I want some dude who sits on the couch and who's chubby and who's got no drive and no ambition and who would just rather me pay all the bills. And like, no, they're not. I've yet to hear that, right? Yet to hear it.
Do you want a man that can take care of you?
We can be independent. We can do everything we wanted to.
But would you like a man to take care of you?
No, we're okay doing it for ourselves.
Cool.
They're not. They're really not. Right now, because they're not thinking about settling down. Come back when you're 35, 40 years old. You're not going to be screaming how independent you are and how you can take care of yourself and blah, 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 blah. No, you're not. You're going to be like, either you're all the way at the top of your professional peak, right? Because that was what you poured your heart and soul into. And maybe you're cool with that. I don't know. But you're either going to be there or you're going to be like, damn, I screwed up. Where's my man at? Where are my kids? Where's my family? And they all know it. But he's too raged out to. They just got a wall right here. They can't even hear what he's saying. They just responded to respond.
No, it's all good.
Somebody comes up, smacks your ass. Will you fuck them up? 7 foot 5
Are you fucking kidding me? We don't need a guy for that.
I'm sure you don't, because you could definitely beat a guy. You could definitely beat a guy's ass, of course.
What it just sounds like is because he's 7 foot, if he smacks my ass, I should just take it? That's crazy.
No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying, I think it's.
That's not what he's saying at all. Again, they can't even hear his question because he is so mad. Guys, look. Here's what happens. 2 things happen usually, right? Maybe there's a couple other variations, but mostly 2 things happen. When you take the red pill, if you can swallow it, one of 2 things. Either you're going to get mad, which I am not recommending. Getting mad about learning facts and reality does nothing for you. Absolutely nothing, okay? Or you're going to take the red pill and you're going to realize some things. Some things are going to click, and then you're going to use them to your advantage in order to better your life, okay? This dude is not using his knowledge that he has gained to better his life. He's upset about it because he was lied to his whole life. And he knows that a lot of, he's figuring out what has been going on and why these women are like this. And he's mad about it. And when you're mad about it, then you get this. You get this kind of response. This, you don't know what you're talking about. I can do anything. Blah, 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 blah. There's not going to be any cognitive, they're not going to think about what you're saying. They don't care. They see the red pill raised. They don't know why you're mad, but they see you're mad and the walls go up. So guys, don't be that guy, okay? Be Sunny. Straight up. If you're going to pick one of these 2 dudes, be Sunny.
The point is you should have a guy that is there to help protect and provide for you. Wait, so would you rather, I have a question. Would you rather be relying?
Not to smack girls' asses.
Yeah.
Obviously. All right, but look at
it, but we're giving an example.
Look at we have to be realistic. We have to be realistic though. Men are
just like women smack men's asses. You know there's men that get raped by women too. Did you know that?
Well, yes.
Okay, so that's a real thing. So just like there's guys who are pieces of shit, what Andrew Tate, look, no bullshit aside, look, I'm going to be honest. What Andrew Tate really teaches men is to be men. Unfortunately, we live in a society where everybody's supposed to be gay and all this bullshit. Yeah, I don't care what the fuck you think. It's true, okay? Women need men who are masculine. That's the reality. You don't want to hear it because you fucking don't want to hear it.
Okay, You could have your opinion. You could have your opinion. We'll have ours.
Yeah,
Have a great day. Goodbye.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
You guys are nice, ladies. Bye. All right.
Dude, I'm
Sonny, if this happens again, if you end up with an honorable sidekick the next time you do your street interviews, say thanks, brother. Appreciate you. You know, we got a show we're trying to do, and can do your show. Don't, because he completely creates this in this scenario, and I'm sure you understand this already. He creates this this wall around what it is you're trying to do, shaped with anger, red pill rage, you know, aggression like this. And women aren't going to open up to that kind of attitude. You can't be yelling at women on the street trying to beat your facts into them. I bet you if Sonny was by himself and he was able to ask him a few questions about femininity, about what their futures would look like, what they would prefer their future would look like, you know, actually genuinely ask them, you know, what the characteristics they would like in a man, they would all name a masculine man, and they would be like, oh, okay, I guess you're right. You know what I mean? But the red pill rage, man, it sucks.
sorry, look, bro, I'm controversial as fuck.
There's no mic. Let's go. Wow. So we just asked everyone in Miami what their final thoughts are on Andrew Tate getting released. We had a collab here with Fat G. He ended up popping into the video, becoming a pretty big part.
Fat G, I'm sorry, I'm a pretty controversial person when I speak, and I tend to piss people off. I have no foul intention, man. It's all love. But unfortunately, we live in a society where we have to speak to people a certain way.
Thank you, Fat G.
No problem, man. So we probably got a security guard trying to call the cops, so I got this. No worries, it's literally...
Oh my God, there's a...
I mean, Fat G got the cops called on Sonny. I don't know if he got the cops called on him, but look. Fellas, take the information, take the game, listen to the podcast, listen to the people, listen to the ones that resonate with you the most, okay? Whether it be the men or women or whatever, like, do your thing, okay? But take all of it with a grain of salt and use this information, use these tools, right, to make yourself better. Okay, it's not about trying to change the world and change other people and change them with force. Like you can't do that. You know what I mean? You if you decide that's what you want to do, like your life isn't going to get easier. It's going to get harder. You know what I'm saying? Doors are not going to open for you. They're going to close, right? But if you take this information and you take the bits and pieces that work for you, that you can fit into your program, you know what I mean? Then you ain't gonna have to worry about this, right? You can level up, man. You can level up. Hey, look, man. Thanks for listening to my my nonsense. Sonny Faz. Follow that boy, man, because he knows what he's talking about. I love this kid. He's awesome. This is the Ill Bill. Thank you for chilling with the Chill with Bill show. We out here. Peace.